Konnichiwa. Today's daily devotional is for December the 20th, 2019. The word became flesh, so walk it like you talk it. Okay, you guys know about that. Walk it like I talk it. Walk it like I talk it. Okay, so it's going to be taken from John 1, verses 3 through 4. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was with God in the beginning. Through him all things were made. Without him nothing was made that has been made. And in him was life, and that life was the light of all mankind. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. Okay. God woke me up at 2 a.m. this morning and would not let me go back to sleep. All right? And of all things, I started thinking about cartoons. I don't even care about cartoons. That's my son's thing. He loves cartoons, even at his age now, okay? But I guess that's most men. So, but I was like, seriously, God, cartoons? Really? Okay? Of all things? Anywho, so my mind started wandering because I have this mind like Alice in Wonderland. It's very whimsical. So my mind started wandering, and you know, I was like thinking about how cartoons were even invented in the first place by Uncle Sam, you know, for the soldiers in World War II. They were invented to keep them entertained and, you know, to make them happy and laugh, you know, so they can, also so they can learn how to come up with ideas how to combat their enemy. Okay, that's why the cartoons were so violent, you know. They were really violent back then, and the more violent, the more funnier, you know. All right, so my dad, who is also a retired Air Force vet, God rest his soul, and he was raised as a pastor. Okay, his favorite cartoon was the Flintstones, and he really loved Fred because Fred was crazy and he was always beating up on Barney. You know, he just really loved him. Fred was funny, and when he's, oh my God, when he get mad, you could see the little words like that don't even spell words, but you knew he was cussing, you know. Well, my dad had a big influence on me, and my all-time favorite cartoon was Yosemite Sam, because honey, when he come out there and he get mad and he pull out both guns and he just start popping off and tell everybody back off with a little short self, he was just really comical, you know. And you know, after a while, you know, people started complaining because they were saying, oh, this is too violent for kids. You need to clean it up, you know. Well, it wasn't invented for them in the first place, okay? All right? So some things are just not for kids to see. It's the parents' job, all right? They need to stay out of grown folks' business. That's still today, okay? So we're going to go to John 6 through 14. There was a man sent from God whose name was John. He came as a witness to testify concerning that light, so that through him all might believe. He himself was not the light. He came only as a witness to the light. The true light that gives light to everyone was coming into the world. He was in the world, and through the world was made through him. The world did not recognize him. He came to that which was his own, but his own did not receive him. Yet to all who did receive him, to those who believed in his name, he gave the right to become children of God. Children born not of natural descent, nor of human decision or a husband's will, but born of God. The Word became flesh and made his dwelling among us. We have seen his glory, the glory of the one and only Son, who came from the Father, full of grace and truth. Okay? So that brings me to my role as a soldier in God's army. Together we have to fight our enemies. We have to do this together, okay? Because we are at a constant war with the devil every day, and we need to be entertained too, okay? So let me tell you, our past lives, at least mine is, Okay, our past lives in the world are our cartoons, okay? And I had so many comical episodes. And, you know, if I told you guys everything, you'd be like, who is this person? That's not the Stephanie we know. But, honey, I have to look back and laugh at myself, okay? Okay, some of them I don't even know how I survived. Seriously. Seriously. That's why I can't even tell you about them. But I can tell you about the one time when, my then 2-year-old daughter, me and I were riding in the car with my van. I was in my 20s, so don't judge me, okay? And y'all know that song, Freak Me by Silk. Let me lick you up and down till you say stop. My baby was singing that song. And my mom turned that radio off so quick, and she said, that's for grown folks. You don't be letting no kids listen to that. And I was like, shoot, they playing it on the radio. Okay, my mom was so mad at me. Okay, so we get a laugh off of that. Okay, and how about that time when I was in a relationship with a super thug, okay? All right, only with him because his brother was a famous rapper. Okay, I can't call his name because he, can't call his name. What? Anywho, I was staying with him because he was helping pay my bills. But he was also giving me murder mystery chills, okay? Because he even ripped my friend's, my girlfriend's door down trying to get in there, to get in the house with me, all right? And I only had one friend. Yeah, I'm going back. He really ripped the door off the hinges to get in the house, all right? And we all thought it was funny, thought it was cute back then, but it wasn't cute, okay? There's nothing cute about that, okay? Because I had one friend who had sense, and her name was Angie, and she pulled me inside and she said, Stephanie, who is that? And, you know, she said it'd be different if, you know, it was just you, but you letting him move up in the house with that lady you just met 2 weeks ago, and she's letting you and your kids move in there, and you're going to let this man move in there with your kids? Okay, well, it wasn't until I had 3 black eyes and 1 broken ankle until my behind left, okay? All right, okay? So don't think I don't know what's going on. I'm not judging anybody because I have been there, all right? All right, so, yeah, my life was a joke. My life was a joke back then, all right? And now me and my kids, we look back and we laugh, honey, about all the crazy things that went on, because none of those men ever hurt my kids. You know, they never seen all these things that were going on. They loved my kids loved them, you know, and they tell me today, they say, Mommy, we didn't even know all that was going on because you held it together, you know? And so we can look back and laugh at it now, you know. As a matter of fact, my son was the one that brought that up a couple of weeks ago about the fool pulling the door off the hinges, and, you know, we all fell out laughing because we got sick humor, okay? But you know what? Like I said, if you're going to live for God, God says you're going to tell it all. And just like Usher said, if I'm going to tell it, then I got to tell it all. You know the rest. All right, my power thought, be a witness for him to them. Okay? For the babies. All right? Love you guys. Have a great day. Peace out. Can't leave you without a kiss.